Hey everyone, apologies for the lack of videos the past week or so. I've been away, but I'm back now. I'm going to take a look at Player of the Week, and I'll start by looking at what's new on eFootball today because we've got a new campaign. We've got this Spain national team campaign. So we've got the usual kind of stuff, all these GP, booster, token, and all the rest, but the main thing here, we're getting some free Spain players. So we're getting Rodri in our inbox today. So when you log in today, you will get Rodri in your inbox. There are 4 players in a pack, and you'll get all those for free because, as you can see here, you get 2 as login bonuses, and the other 2 you get them from completing objectives. And then, like I say, the usual tokens, boosters, GP, whatever. And there's also this voting reward. That's 1 position trainer, and you get that position trainer for voting here. You go here, basically you vote for which young Spanish player you think is the most promising, and then presumably whichever Barcelona player wins will get some kind of free card or something. And also, as part of this Spain campaign, as you can see, we got Hostler and penalties here. So for the next couple of weeks, we're apparently getting a different Spain player every day taking the penalties, which is a nice little novelty, I guess. But more importantly, for the next couple of weeks, we're actually going to advance a few extra spaces every time we score a penalty. So that's a nice little bonus for us for the next couple of weeks. If we go into events, we have some good news. So not only is Carp back, it's back for 2 weeks. I really hope this is a permanent thing, but for the time being, at least, we've got 2 weeks of Carp. This is the event that came out on Monday. That's your bog standard skill trainers and coins one. And then these 2 here, we've got European national teams. This one gets you some EXP trainers and a random booster token. And this English clubs event here, again, it's your bog standard coins and skill trainers. If we look under AI, not only have we got co-op, online co-op for 2 weeks, we've also got AI co-op for 2 weeks as well. So that's interesting. I think most people are more interested in the online one, but this one's quite decent to chill out with your mates as well. Couple of existing ones here. So this one was the position trainer event, came out on Monday. This is your free spin on Player of the Week, English clubs. And then these 2 here, this one, European national teams. You get a bunch of things from this. So you get GP, XP trainers, skill trainer, XP, position trainer, a few decent bits from there. And this one, lastly, Spain event. You get 50 coins from an AI event. So yeah, not too bad. Don't usually get coins from AI events. That's a decent one. And we also have a new manager in the packs section. So we've got Patrick Vieira, and Patrick Vieira has out wide and long ball. Interesting combination. So that's a good combination if you like your big physical strikers and you like lobbing long balls forward and putting it across into the box. +1 on your tackling. So yeah, 500 coins will get you long ball and out wide Patrick Vieira. And speaking of coins, Match Pass has changed. So now, I don't know if this is a temporary thing or if this is going to be an ongoing thing moving forward, but we're getting more coins back from Match Pass. So now for your value Match Pass, it costs 500 coins. You get 500 coins back. So if you play enough matches, it's free, and premium's the same. So it costs you 1,000 coins. You get 1,000 coins back. So if you play enough matches, both these paid Match Passes are actually going to end up being free, and then you get all the tokens and of course these 2 cards on top of that. And this time around, you probably can't make it out from the tiny image, but that's Adama Traore, and that is Tchouameni from Real Madrid. So I'll be looking at Match Pass and nominating contract packs in a separate video, but that's a very interesting change of Match Pass at least, although I'd still like to add some skill trainers and position trainers, but maybe I'm being greedy there. And continuing the theme of coins, the Holy Trinity are finally coming. This Monday we're getting a Dutch pack. We're getting Van Basten, Rijkaard and Hullet. Hullet's got Visionary Pass. Van Basten's got phenomenal finishing. It's going to be one of the best packs in a long time, possibly ever. So yeah, I might have to dust off my wallet for that one. Maybe even do a pack opening stream. Keep your eyes out for that. And in somewhat less exciting news, the eFootball Point Store is still... So let's go on to the packs. We've got a pay to win J League pack if that's your sort of thing. Player of the Week we're going to look at in a moment. And outside of that, new packs, we've got Earth Mover. So we'll be looking at these packs in a separate video. I'll try and get that one done later today if I get time. So these are all big physical guys basically. Then we've got the same that we seem to be getting every month. We've got a J League, Turkish League and Brazilian League Player of the Month players. So I'll be looking at all those in a separate video, but today I'm going to take a look at Player of the Week, and as always I will of course put timestamps in the description for each player, so if you want to hear about a particular player, just click on the link in the description, it will take you straight to them. They've generously given us 3 4-star players this week. Yay! Let's start with Koki Ogawa. So Koki Ogawa has his usual playing style and position. He's a goal poacher, he's a centre forward. We have actually had one previous feature version of Ogawa. That was in one of those 100 or 150 player packs. It was a Japan team pack. It was a bit better than this one overall in terms of the overall rating, but this one's a little bit better in the air. So this one, compared to his GP card, he's had a nice boost on his aerial ability, the jumping and the heading, but especially the physical contact, and they have added aerial superiority. As well as that, they've also added long range curler and one touch pass. He's already got first time shot, acrobatic finishing, heading, so he's got a decent selection of skills for a striker. He can score from crosses, he can score with his feet, but in terms of the attributes though, yeah, before I forget, they've just slightly boosted his weaker foot accuracy. Got a face scan, of course, most Japanese players do, but yeah, ultimately with this guy, I mean, they've actually increased his speed a bit, taken a bit away from his acceleration, but he's not quick enough for me for a goal poacher. I always say I like a goal poacher to have a bit more pace, to really make the most of that playing style. He's lost a bit of balance as well, but as I mentioned, they have boosted his aerial ability, those aerial stats, and he does have a good selection of skills. But yeah, even for a 4-star card, 82 attacking awareness, 84 finishing. I mean, when we looked at the nominating contract packs last time out, Taichi Hara from the J League pack, I think was better than this, if I'm brutally honest. That was a 3-star card, down as a left winger, but I think he's a better centre forward than this card, and this is a 4-star and player of the week. So yeah, the awareness is very low, finishing is not brilliant, he's not great on the ball, he's not got as much pace as I'd want. It's obviously a 4-star card, but honestly, even for a 4-star card, I don't think it's really that great at all. And next we have our first featured version of Savona from Juventus. So, young right back, can play centre back, but clearly he's not good enough defensively or physically to play centre back. We're going to look at him as a right back. He's normally a defensive fullback, actually. They've changed him to an attacking fullback, and they have boosted his weaker foot accuracy again, like with Ogawa. Skill-wise, big boost. So he already had interception. Everything else has been added. Long-range curler for a right back who's right-footed. I'm not sure that's ever going to come in particularly handy. First-time shot likewise, but one-touch pass, pinpoint crossing, man marking. Already got interception, then blocker and fighting spirit. We've got a pretty good selection of skills for an attacking right back. Very good, in fact. But in terms of the attributes, how good is he actually? I mean, the pace, bit iffy. That's borderline. I'd like a bit more pace, but he's not slow. Down here, bit of physical contact. I'd like a bit more balance. Stamina's good at 90. Defensively, not as strong as I would like. And then down the left here, horrible on the ball. Absolutely horrible on the ball. Low pass is pretty poor as well. Lofted pass 78. That will hit 80 with the game plan boost. He's got a pinpoint crossing, so his crossing will be okay, but yeah, ultimately, again, like with Ogawa, it's a 4-star card, and I don't think it's even great for a 4-star card. Comparing it to his GP card, I've taken one off his speed. He's lost a bit of kicking power and stamina as well. Why? I don't understand. Outside of that, finishing's had a big boost. Decent boost on the whole from his GP card, but yeah, it's very much a 4-star card. He doesn't have a face scan yet. I'm sure I'll get one, but yeah, even for a 4-star card, again, it's really not great for me. And now we have another first timer. It's our first featured version of Giuliano Simeone. He's one of Simeone's many sons. He's normally a dummy runner centre forward. They have changed him to a right midfielder, and they've made him a whole player, which is an interesting change. He doesn't normally have right midfield. They've added that. They've also added right wing forward as a semi-proficient position. They do that quite often these days, even though you can't position train these cards, which is just hilarious. But yeah, we've got right midfield on Simeone now, so first time I got a feature version of him. He's had a pretty good boost on the whole, to be fair, mainly his passing, a bit of speed and kicking power as well. Skill wise, let's look at the skills. They've added double touch, soul control, through passing. He's already got one touch pass, first time shot, so you can still use him as a centre forward, perhaps. Outside curl is a nice one, so yeah, he's got some decent skills there, but the question is where you're going to use him. Has he got the pace to play out wide? Yeah, probably. He's reasonably quick. Is he great on the ball? Nothing special on the ball. Has he got much end product in terms of creating? Not really. He does have one touch pass and through passing, but those skills will simply improve his passing ability, and it's really not great. Finishing the 82 though is decent. For a wide man, it's very nice, and first time shot. So playing as a whole player off the right flank, getting into good attacking positions to score goals, yeah, it could be decent, but I don't know if he's quite got the profile most people want from a right winger. He is right-footed and he can't cross. But yeah, like I say, from right midfield, whole player playing style, getting to attacking positions to score goals, he could be useful, I guess. As a centre forward, attacking awareness 82, finishing 82, not for me, too low. although he is good on the ball for a striker. Passing is decent for a striker. Some pace as well, balance. So you could get away with him as a centre forward, and he's got a first-time shot as well. Wide left, is he good enough on the ball for that? I'm not sure. He's got a bit of pace about him. Certainly the awareness and finishing good enough, so maybe you could use him as a left winger, but no long range curler, which I would like from a right-footed left winger. So yeah, I think this is probably a slightly better card than Ogawa and Savona, who we just looked at. It's probably the pick of the 3 4-star cards, but still, even for a 4-star card, I don't think it's anything particularly amazing. It's probably a bit more useful than the previous 2, but still nothing special really. And again, no face scan yet, but I'm sure we'll get one soon enough. Next up is Adam Armstrong, and another centre forward who's been changed to a right midfielder. Very interesting. So he is normally a goal poacher, now a creative playmaker. They've added right midfield. They've also added left midfield as well, so you can use them on either flank. We've had a previous feature version of Adam Armstrong that was in one of those, I think it was one of the Legend packs or Showtime pack. Better as a centre forward, but the attributes are shuffled around a bit there. This does still have some advantages over that card, although that one is trainable. You'd have to position train that card to make it a wide midfielder though. But yeah, compared to his GP card, obviously I've changed him around a bit because he's normally a striker. So we've actually lost a bit of acceleration and balance. They really seem to love taking away some of the most important attacking attributes from attacking players in Player of the Week. It really annoys me. But otherwise, they've improved him, not just as a wide midfielder, but as a striker. He's a bit better than his GP card as well. So it's a pretty nice boost on Armstrong. It's very different to his GP card, obviously. You won't have that poacher playing style up front, which is probably a shame for most people, but you can still use him there without an active playing style. Creative playmaker will be active as a playing style in all his other positions, wide right, left, or as an SS. He's got some pace about him still, bit of kicking power, got good balance, good stamina as well. That's had a boost. The awareness and finishing is borderline if you could get away with him as a centre forward. I think some people will say that's okay, mid-80s on both. You could certainly get away with that. I would like a bit more, but if you do play him centre forward, he's good on the ball, decent passing. What skills have we got here? I'm not sure if they've changed any of these skills. I think that's his regular skills. Yeah, I'm going to double check on eFootball Hub while I look at this, but first time shot, acrobatic finishing, dipping shot, long range curler. He's got a decent stature skills as a centre forward, but as a winger, I'm not sure really. I mean, you want him to be either to be able to put crosses in from the right hand side, or maybe have better passing skills as well. You know, the passing attributes aren't brilliant out wide, so yeah, one touch passing through passing would have been nice. And I'm just looking at eFootball Hub. Yeah, they are the regular skills that Adam Armstrong already has, so nothing's really changed there. Does have a long range curler, so from the left flank, he might not be great at creating, but cutting in off the left flank with a long range curler, 85 finishing, could be decent from the left flank maybe. I'm not sure where he's best, to be honest. I think, to be honest, we have moved on to the 5-star cards now. Not that the star rating means anything without matchmaking filters, but yeah, you would expect him to be a bit better than the first 2 players we looked at, and I'll say he is a bit better. I think as a striker, you could certainly get some use out of him. Like I said, I would like a bit more awareness and finishing, but he's pretty good technically. He's got some pace. I think as a centre forward, he probably could still be his best position. I wouldn't play him SS without better passing ability, and out wide, like I say, from the right flank without more passing ability, I don't think I'd put him there. But left flank cutting inside with decent long range curlers, maybe. First time shot, long range curler, right footed off the left flank, got pace. He's all right on the ball, maybe there. But I think better probably still in his main normal position as a centre forward. So as a centre forward, bit of pace, bit of ability, could be a decent one there. But again, it's not an amazing card on the whole. Does have a face scan there. And to be honest, for me personally, he'd be going straight in my Newcastle past and present squad. So it wouldn't be a bad one for me to pick up. But I don't think it's that great of a card overall, to be honest. And now we have our first booster of the pack. So Milos Kerkez, however you say it. He has a face scan. He's an attacking left back. That's his normal position and playing style. Left back. We've had him in a nominating contract back before, which had a bit more speed than this one. They have nerfed his low body again. Some more ridiculous changes they've made to Player of the Week cards. But yeah, the nominating contract version of him was a bit quicker. But overall, this one is better than that one. It's a better card. As I mentioned, compared to his GP card, his lower body, the speed and the stamina have been nerfed a bit, especially the kicking power. They've taken a bunch of points of his kicking power. Why? Why do they have to do that? Just leave it. I want to understand, but I just can't. But they boosted him pretty decently overall, to be honest. Physical contact's up a bit, low and lofted pass have had a nice boost as well, and curl. So yeah, decent boost on the whole. Let's look at his skills, what they've done to his skills. They've given him one touch pass and through passing, nice. Low lofted pass, fair enough. They've added interception and man marking as well. Actually, that's very good. So that makes him a lot more usable as a fullback. Already got pinpoint crossing. So yeah, on the whole, very nice selection of skills for an attacking left back. He does have a booster, as I mentioned. So if we activate that booster when he's in A form, so we get our speed back, nice. Get more stamina. That stamina now is outstanding at 95. And the lofted pass and curl. So is that a crossing booster? I didn't even notice. Yeah, crossing, of course. So he's going to have deadly crossing on him. That lofted pass will hit 90 when he's in A form with the game plan boost. Although the kicking power sucks, and that does come into the equation when you're putting crosses in. But that lofted pass and the curl as well. He's going to have good crossing. Decent enough on the ball for a fullback. He's going to have very nice low pass for a fullback. His low passes and his through passes. Because he's got one touch pass and through passing now. 85 low pass. Defensively, the awareness absolutely sucks. That's the one real weakness with this card. That's the only one thing with this card I think is really poor. Tackling and defensive engagement, it's just about, okay, I'd like him to be a bit higher, but it can't be too greedy. It's very much an attacking fullback, not a defensive one. So I can kind of allow that, but yeah, the awareness is the one weakness here. It's a bit of a shame. But he's got good pace, certainly on A form. Physical contact could be worse. Balance is good. Stamina's fantastic, as I mentioned. So yeah, defensive awareness sucks, but outside of that, as a very attacking fullback, especially on A form, I think it's a decent card. He's got some really nice end product on him. Bit of pace, certainly got some great stamina. If you like a very defensive fullback, he's probably not going to be your cup of tea. But if you like a very attacking fullback, you don't mind the defensive awareness being a bit low, he could be a pretty fun card, to be fair, to pick up. And now we have another Ademola Lookman card. How good has he been for Atalanta? He's playing so well for them. Got another couple of goals away to Napoli. Great victory for them. Another card with a boost to their weaker foot accuracy, up to very high. Nice. Overall, we've had a lot of versions of Lookman. Pretty similar level to quite a few of them, including the free one. If you got the free one, you probably don't really need this one. That was when Atalanta won the Europa League. Pretty similar level to the Champions League Player of the Week one. That was a goal poacher though, so a different playing style. It's better than the previous Worldwide Player of the Week. That was a roaming flank a while back. What else we had? We had the match pass and one in an Italian League pack, both slightly better than this one and trainable. So if you got one of those two, you don't need this one really. But in terms of the attributes, what they've done compared to his GP card, we lost a bit of acceleration and balance, and they've taken a bit away from his dribbling. Great. Where we had the boost, a decent boost overall, mainly kicking power, physical contact. But yeah, on the whole, it's a decent version of Lookman if you need one, if you really want one. But if you've got a version of him already, there's a good chance you've already got one that's better than this one, to be honest. The fact they've nerfed his dribbling a bit, and again, the acceleration and the balance, why they keep doing that to attacking players, especially wingers and players like Lookman who play in those areas of the pitch, either out wide or behind the attack. It's frustrating, but it's still got some pace, good pace. Decent amount of kicking power. As I mentioned, the physical contact's up a bit. Balance, I'd like a bit more balance on it, to be honest. Still decent on the ball, even if they've nerfed his dribbling inexplicably. Good attacking awareness, good finishing for an SS. Depends where you're playing really. What have they done with his skills? Let's have a look. They've added first time shot and one touch pass. That's it. And they've taken away Marseille turn. So still a few skill moves though, and soul control. Long range curler, long range shooting, first time shot. He's got good shooting skills and he's 83 for finishing, so he's going to be very capable of scoring goals from in and outside the box. And then one touch pass and through passing, nice, but he does need them because his passing sucks. He's a super sub, could be a pretty nice super sub. But yeah, there's an SS behind the attack. I wouldn't personally play him there because his passing is not good enough. Again, even with one touch pass and through passing, you need those passing attributes to be higher. They're not high enough for me. As a centre forward, you could get away with it. Attacking awareness 85 is kind of borderline for me. Finishing 83, a bit on the low side, so I wouldn't personally put him there. But if you do put him there, he is going to be good on the ball for a striker. Good pace as well. He could certainly do it. He's got the shooting skills. Out wide, I think is probably where he's best. Pace, decent on the ball. Cutting inside from the left flank onto his right foot, getting shots away. I think maybe as a wide left SS with the whole player playing style active, or he could play him left midfield without an active playing style. Wide right or left midfield, he won't have an active playing style. SS, he will. In fact, wide forward, left and right, he won't have an active playing style either. So yeah, it's where you're going to use him really, and what version of him you've already got. Obviously he's got his face scan, but yeah, and I'm wavering form. It's, yeah, I can't say it's a bad card. It's just as a version of Lookman compared to other versions we've had, and even compared to his GP card, it's just not that great a version of him. I think there have been better versions, and there probably will be better versions in the future. So not a bad card by any means. If you don't have a good version of Lookman, you'll probably be very, very pleased with this one. But it could have been a bit better, I think, and there will be better ones in future. So not a bad card at all, but just not as good as I would have liked it to be honest. Our second booster now, and it is Dominic Solanke. So booster again, centre forward goal poacher like he usually is. You compare it to previous versions of Solanke. Before you activate the boost, he's slightly better than the 3 previous player of the weeks that we've had. Slightly worse than the player of the season version. There's that Premier League player of the season pack. But when you activate the boost, he's better than all of those. Not a lot of difference in some cases. And he's quite similar to a previous one that was in either a Legend pack or a Showtime pack. But that one was trainable though, which does give it a bit of an advantage. Compared to his GP card, of course, they've reduced his balance. They've reduced his attacking awareness slightly as well. But on the whole, though, it is a decent boost. This is a very decent version of Dominic Solanke. So we do have a bit of praise for a goal poacher, but still, I would like a bit more. But if we activate that boost, we do get some more acceleration. So he's got a bit of pace about him, a little bit of kicking power. He's quite physically strong, even if he's not got very good balance. Bit of stamina about him, decent stamina for a centre forward. Certainly on A form, he's decent enough on the ball. He's not too bad on the ball even without it, but the ball control is going past 80 with your game plan boost when he's on A form. Attacking awareness is going to be very nice when he's on A form. Finishing is going to hit 90 when he's on A form as well. So yeah, even without the boost, it's a decent version of Solanke. But when you do get the A form boost, pretty good card. He's got a little bit of pace about him, not as much as I'd like on a goal poacher. I know I keep saying that, but he does have a bit of pace about him. He's got some physical strength, awareness and finishing, decent enough on the ball. If we look at his skills, what we've been given here: chip shot control, fighting spirit. Nothing too exciting there, but we've got some of the most important ones in the centre forward. We've got heading. I would like acrobatic finishing and aerial superiority, but sadly we don't have those. But long range curler, chip shot's been added, dipping, rising, heel tricks, nice, first time shot. He's certainly got a decent selection skills there, even if he's not got all the ones I'd like. And it's a pretty good version of Solanke on the whole, even if I'd like a bit more pace. So yeah, in one or two ways he's not quite as good as I would like, but as a version of Solanke, it's pretty good. It just probably depends mainly on that's pace. If you like me and you like a bit more pace on a centre forward goal poacher, then he might not quite make the grade for you. But certainly on A form, it is a pretty good card, and it's one of the better versions of Solanke we've had on the whole. Now our goalkeeper, we got Bułka from Nice. So decent keeper. Just one attribute that's a bit on the low side for me on these player of the week keepers, 5-star keepers. I like that awareness to be able to reach 90 with the game plan boost, and it's going to fall short. It's only 85. It's not terrible, but for anyone who's been playing the game long enough, I think most of us have probably got better goalkeeper options. We don't get a French League challenge, so ultimately, is this a great card? No. It's one where I don't think many people are going to get much use out of him. Obviously, if you're a Nice fan, if you're Polish, you might be very pleased to get him, but looking at this card objectively, unless you're new to the game, I don't think it's anything special. We have had a previous player of the week that wasn't as good as this one, so this is an upgrade, although there was one in I think it was a Liga and player of the season pack or Showtime pack that was trainable and a bit better than this one. But yeah, on the whole, it's not a bad goalkeeper card. You know, the awareness is kind of a bit low for me, but it's not terrible. Catching is not great, but the parring's okay. Reflexes and reach will both hit 90 with the game plan boost. And he's a very tall guy actually as well, 199 centimeters, very tall guy. So yeah, he's got that going for him. He's got his face scan there, high punt, long throw, penalty saver. I think most people would like low punt on him. That's a bit of a shame, but yeah, big tall guy. He's got good reflexes, good coverage, but the awareness is just a bit low for me. And since we don't get that French League challenge, I think for most of us, he's probably not going to be getting anywhere near our squads really. But it's certainly not a bad card. It's just not a brilliant one. And now we have Arnau Martínez from Girona. So we have an attacking fullback. That's his usual playing style, although there was a previous version of him in some kind of legend box. That was a defensive fullback. Also had unwavering form and had a bit more speed than this one, but this one has a bit better defending attributes and passing, although that one was trainable. So a slightly different version of him previously in one of those legend boxes. But this one, attacking fullback, like I say, he's not got the ability going forward to be a right winger, really. He's not good enough defensively for centre back. He's very much just a right back. Decent pace, not amazing, decent. Decent physical contact. I'd like a bit more balance on him. Great stamina. Defensive attributes, yeah, again, decent, not amazing. I'd like the awareness to be a bit higher, maybe a bit more aggression, but decent defensively. On the ball, he's all right for a fullback. That's pretty much where I want a fullback to be. He's going to get to the 80 mark at least on ball control and dribbling in your game plan. Low and lofted pass, decent for a fullback. So yeah, what skills have we got? We've got, no, let's see what they've added actually comparing to his GP card. So they've added heading, they've added interception, very important one. That's a good addition, and fighting spirit. We've already got one-touch pass and sliding tackles, so yeah, pretty good selection skills for an attacking fullback. I would like pinpoint crossing. That's probably the one that is missing. But yeah, on the whole, it's a decent fullback, to be honest. He's got his face scan there. 182 centimeters, jumping is going to hit 80 with the game plan boost, and he's got heading. So yeah, he'll be okay in the air for a fullback. Not amazing, but he'll be okay. And yeah, he's kind of all right on the whole, to be honest. I think, to be honest, I would just like a bit more balance, and I'd like pinpoint crossing on him. But on the whole, it's not an amazing card. I think a lot of us probably have better options at right back, but maybe he's primarily as an option for the Spanish League Challenge when that pops up. Could be worth having just for that. So yeah, I don't think this is a bad card at all. I'd like pinpoint crossing. I'd like a bit more balance, but outside of that, he's not an amazing card. He doesn't really excel in many areas, but he's not particularly weak anywhere else. So either. So yeah, not an amazing card, but it could be a useful one. It could be worth having. And would you believe it? They've given us a Kubo card. It's only about the 5,000th Kubo card we've had. But yeah, to be honest, I'm not going to compare this guy to all the previous versions. There have been so many. We've had goal poachers. We've had creative playmakers. This time he's a prolific winger. That will be an active playing style as a right wing forward. If you play him right mid, attacking mid, or SS, he won't have an active playing style, but he can certainly play those positions still. We've got unwavering form. We've got a booster actually. Let's go straight to the booster. So, got some pace, balance. Going to be great on the ball, of course. Passing. There have been versions of Kubo with better passing. Certainly some of the trainable ones. Finishing is very decent at 83. That seems to be the biggest boost from his GP card. He's lost a bit of kicking power and balance, of course, from his GP card, certainly before the A-form boost. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, if you don't do the A-form boost, apart from finishing, it's not that big of a boost from his GP card, really. But certainly with the when you get that boost on there, where the attributes have been boosted and with the finishing, yeah, it's a bit of a boost. It is a nice enough version of him. Good on the ball, I think. Certainly, I mean, if you look at the skills, actually, what they've done with the skills, I'm not sure they've done anything with the skills, really. Just having a quick look on eFootball Hub while I have a look at this card here. So we obviously got a bunch of skill moves. He can be very nice on the ball. Long range curler, that's a good one to have come off the right flank. One touch passing, through passing, albeit his passing isn't as good as it has been on previous versions of him. I'm just looking at eFootball Hub now. Have they actually given him any new skills? Something's new. Oh, pinpoint crossing. They've added pinpoint crossing to a left-footed right winger. Excellent. Okay, so he can now cut inside and put crosses in with his 76 lofted pass. Great. So yeah, that's not going to make much difference or anything, but got long range curler. One touch passing, through passing will supplement his passing, albeit it needs supplementing because it's not great. Finishing though, like I say, it's had a bit of a boost. So 83 finishing with long range curler. In that regard, as an inverted wing off the right flank, could be a pretty nice version of Kubo. Obviously, we've had a few legend versions, probably had a Showtime one. I don't remember, to be honest. There's so many. I think most of us probably have a version of Kubo by now, and even if this one's slightly better in one or two ways, you might not necessarily need it, really. But it is a decent card. Like I say, he's going to be good on the ball. He's got a pretty low center of gravity, the pace, the balance, the on-the-ball attributes, certainly on A-form. His passing won't be brilliant, but it won't be terrible either, certainly with one-touch passing, through passing, and he does have a decent shot on him, especially with those curlers coming in from the right flank. So, yeah, I don't think his passing is good enough to play through the middle, but as an inverted winger, yes, we've had a lot of versions of Kubo, and a lot of us have probably got one that's maybe not necessarily better, but at least close to this one. So I don't think many people will be particularly desperate to get this card, but if you don't have a good version of him and you get him, it is a good card, of course. An unwavering form, of course. And he's got, of course, his face scan, and they keep, every time they update face scans, they seem to tweak something. His hair's got some very nice animation now. They did something with the last update, didn't they, where the hair kind of flops around in the wind nicely or something. I don't know, who cares? But yeah, it's another Kubo card, but it is a pretty good one. It's just not anything amazing to me. And finally, we have Dani Olmo. So, got his usual whole player playing style. No change to his positions. He's an attacking mid with a whole player playing style active, or he can play as a wide forward, left or right, where he will not have an active playing style. I don't personally think he's quite got the pace to be a wide forward, but he's certainly not slow, so you could get away with him there for sure. He's pretty good on the ball, decent passing. How's he comparing to previous versions? So we've had a couple of previous Player of the Week cards. One was a bit worse. Other one slightly worse before the boost, but it had a booster which made it slightly better afterwards, at least in terms of the overall rating. Pretty similar though. This is slightly better than the free one we got. We got a free Dani Olmo, I think it was a few months back now. This is slightly better, but the attributes are shuffled around a little bit. Some a bit higher, some a bit lower. Again, like with Lookman, they have nerfed his dribbling. Why? I think I've taken 6 points off his dribbling compared to his GP card on auto allocation. But apart from that, he has had a decent boost overall. Speed, finishing, those seem to be the two biggest boosts, I think. But he's had a decent boost overall, apart from them nerfing his dribbling. In terms of his skills, we've lost dipping shot and accurate finishing, but they've given us long range shooting and first time shot. I think it's a decent trade. So shooting wise, long range curler, long range shooting, first time shot, 84 finishing, nice. That's been boosted, and he's got a couple of extra skills, so his shooting is going to be pretty nice now. We've already got one touch pass and through passing. He's got 85 low pass. It's not amazing. I think there's been one or two versions of Olmo with slightly better passing, but still, he's not got bad passing. Pinpoint crossing as well could be useful playing on the right, or of course you can cut back on the left, but only 77 lofted pass, so his crossing won't be great even with pinpoint crossing. He's a super sub, could be a useful super sub to have. So yeah, he's got a bit of passing ability, certainly got some very nice shooting, pretty tidy on the ball, attacking awareness is decent, that marries up very nicely with his whole player playing style. The pace, like I say, out wide for some people, probably a bit lacking in speed. For others, that might be fine. Certainly attacking midfield, he's got pretty decent pace, bit of kicking power, a little bit of balance. I'd like a bit more. It's a decent Dani Olmo card. It's not an amazing one. I think really it's just a version of Olmo where he's going to be very nice at shooting compared to other versions of him. But the skills they've given him and the 84 finishing that's been boosted nicely. Yeah, as a whole player, getting into attacking positions, being able to score goals could be a nice version of him. I think there probably will be better versions of Dani Olmo in the future. But yeah, again, decent card. Not everyone really is going to need this version of Olmo, but I think as an attacking mid, I'd like a bit more on his passing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not sure whether I think this is a great version of Olmo or not. Certainly is better than some of the previous versions of him that we've had. So it is a good version of him. I just feel like, again, it could have been a bit better. It's really annoying they've taken a bunch off his dribbling. But outside of that, looking at it in isolation, it's a decent card. It's a very decent attacking midfielder. So yeah, one or two reasons to be a bit frustrated with it, but certainly, especially with his shooting, it is a decent version of Dani Olmo. And I'm sure at some point in time they'll update his face scan to give him his brighter coloured hair since he dyed it. But yeah, decent card on the whole. So there's your player of the week for this week. I'll be honest, there are some decent cards. I think Kubo and Olmo are decent cards. Arnau Martínez is an alright right back. Bułka, nothing amazing. Solanke, decent. Lookman, decent. But like with Olmo, why nerf his dribbling? Could have been better. Kerkez, if you like a very attacking fullback, could be a fun one. Armstrong, yeah. These 4 stars, no. It's not a great one. I think we're all used to player of the week these days just not being that great. But there are a few decent enough cards in there. So yeah, with that being said, I've got my free spin. Who do I want for my free spin? Armstrong for my Newcastle past and present, or maybe Kerkez for an attacking left back when I get the English League challenge. Armstrong or Kerkez for me, so let's see if for once I get lucky. Wish me luck. We want a red shirt, don't we? Armstrong, Southampton, Kerkez, Bournemouth. Come on, be kind. It's red. Who is it? Oh, bugger. We got a 4-star striker. Hooray! Oh well, it's a bit of GP at least. So there you go, another terrible spin and another frankly uninteresting pack from Player of the Week, to be honest. It seems to be par for the course these days, but let me know what you think of the pack. Let me know who you got from your free spin, who you're looking to spin. Is there anyone in there you think is particularly good? There are a few decent ones, to be fair. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I will be doing a review of the new nominating contract packs and match pass players. I will try my best to get that one done today, so hopefully that'll be live sometime this evening. Otherwise, it'll be tomorrow. I will also try and do a video reviewing those Spanish player cards that we've been given, so that'll probably be over the weekend, I would guess. And I may well do a live stream to open the Dutch Legends pack on Monday, so keep your eyes out for that. About time I dusted off my wallet, but yeah, cheers for watching as always. I'll be doing the next video, like I say, hopefully today. Hopefully you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.